It seems like VTuber is hated by Twitch to the point that getting served warning letter, suspension letter, or even banned outright by Twitch is like a norm at this point of time. Hello there, how's there? I'm Mega Kidadas. Alright, it's how many times have I had to talk about like Twitch hating on VTuber seems to be like the trend for these past few times. And more so that it's actually back to our best friend here, Shadow-san, who is actually being banned for 30 days, and then before after that they kind of like apologize for it that we decided to unban you after 1.5 day along the line, actually more like nearing 2 days to be exact. And when you think about it, the situation is kind of like, what the hell happened? So putting into contents, it's actually not. It seems, and also it seems like it's not the first time she got banned outright. Anyone who remember last time I did a random chat about where she got banned on her birthday. It's like she got banned on suspension and then she got banned again. It's like, what the heck? So it actually got kind of like ridiculous to the point that a lot of people start making noise about it. And when she was banned previously for who know whatsoever reason, it's really kind of like got a lot of people thinking like, hey, maybe Twitch is hating on VTubers, and that it actually kind of like bring a lot of like kind of like set off a chain of landmine where a lot of people also outright admitting that they got banned for who whatsoever reason. And it's kind of funny that even Kyo-san in his video mentioned about people banned for sex only for 3 days, but when you talk about self-harm, you get banned for like 30 days. So putting everything into context, this time around she was banned for 30 days because that she talked about self-harm. Well, I'm not very sure about what full context she was about, but it's actually not the first time people can mention about self-harm, including myself. Like I talk about self-harm issue, like how I'm against it, as well as like how I used to think about it, but I'm all over that already. So it's like just because I'm over that doesn't mean that other people is over that. There will always be people out there thinking about self-harm, and the best way for me, if they actually do come to my live stream and talk about it, I'll only just try to say that they either try to move on, try to think positive, try to don't say about all the bad things. It's one of the reasons why a lot of my viewers sometimes when they do talk about self-harm, I always try to say that I will try to listen and I'll try to give my best advice, my best suggestion, and sometimes try to make joke to make them feel better. So far, there's quite a few people like even Netizen who I was able to talk out of those kind of situation, and it's always take a lot of time and effort to bring a person out of the self-harm situation. So the best way to actually have the people to not think about such a thing is always for them to vet it out. It's like we humans are like technically a water bottle. It's like when you start feeling all the thing, the stress is basically like a water, and once you reach to the brim, if you try to squeeze in more water, it's gonna burst somehow, some way, somewhat. So obviously you have to pour the water out, and one of the best way that I realized through my years of experience is that talking things out or letting people listen to your advice or I mean like your stress and what's not, and trying to like make them think properly, try to let them have understand that hey, you're not the only one that is having this sort of thing. We'll try to have able to have a proper talk conversation along the line. And obviously it seems that in Shadow Sun's VOT or video on demand is that she had mentioned how she was able to so-called get over it because all thanks to streaming, and that she talked about it over the chat. So there are a lot of people who kind of like saying that she was thinking about self-harm along the line, and that everyone was kind of like saying that hey, maybe she got drink too much, and I don't disagree with that. Like when you kind of like drink some at time, often more than not you may end up saying things that you might not kind of like get to the other person. So obviously to me, I think Shadow-san have to learn a little bit on alcohol control, especially more so that one of the reasons why I always say that I only drink when I'm happy. If I always drink when I'm sad, I'm gonna talk about a lot of bad stuff or my dark history along the line. So that's that's not good for my mental health. The only best way is that sometimes listen to other people, and when they get a lot of stress and what's not, we just listen and try to talk them out of it and hope for the best along the line. So obviously, well, Shadow Sun do have a fault of talking about cell phone situation. It's kind of like it's on Twitch fault for no one decided to ban out like so-called suspend your account for 30-day temporary or ban her for 30 days along the line, depending on how you want to call it. To me, this is the most ridiculous ban ever because it is precisely that for her to stream on Twitch and to vest out all her stress, that she was able to continue living on and continue moving on. So when Twitch decided to say, hey, let's ban her outright and say that you go and get help because we care about you, when in the first damn place they never really care about VTuber in the first place, and more so, it seems like there is some sort of like there is a hater of VTuber within the Twitch management. So there is quite a lot of people talking about it, and obviously, although I have not pointed out those videos yet, I would recommend you guys to take a look at for some video where he actually mentioned about the suspended of 30 days and the reason for it, and he actually do show a clip of it, as well as that Kyo-san also kind of like point out quite a few things in his video about how it seems like a lot of VTubers seems to be targeted, including the so-called top streamer in August. More so is that only not inclusive of VTubers. If it's gonna be inclusive of VTuber, there will be no so-called fresh tuber or actually basically actual face cam streamer, and obviously it's not gonna be very good. I know that some people will be saying that, hey, it's just a whole chat of Twitch, but if it's all of Twitch streamer, then they won't be inclusive of one YouTuber in the first damn place. So it's actually kind of like obvious that they are targeting VTuber at this point of time because a lot of people love VTubers in terms of like personality, in terms of contents, in terms of chat. So when it comes to those kind of situation, a lot of time people is not going to like so-called the fresh tuber. So it is not going to be very good for them, and I'm not sure is it because I'm not saying all, I'm just referring to maybe some people who is face cam streamer are making noise about how the so-called top scene is being taken over by VTuber. I'm a VTuber. There are some people who is way more popular than me, and people love watching real life face cam streamer than VTuber for some of them, so I don't see the issue with them making noise. It to me, I think it's just probably they just kind of like whining they can't get more contents. I'm being a streamer for more than 3 years. Anyone who can know me very well, that I'm Amika Kita for more than 3 years already. Beforehand, I was also known as kind of like a faceless streamer, a JP faceless streamers. So I don't think it's actually more towards like trying to blame the top people as a way to say that hey, I'm not being popular because someone is taking over. If that's the case, most probably to me, right, I think it's just if I can't get more views, then it just probably mean that I need to think of other way to slowly improve or make it even better. Like even one of the things that I actually make changes to my channel is basically by introducing random chat. Things that I talk about is totally random, or I feel like I want to share a lot of stuff. And a lot of time when I do talk about like focus or concentrated topic like gamer situation or VTuber situation, it's always tend to be like in part of the random chat, and I never stray away from the random chat. It's because, well, the topic may be kind of like very strong or very heavy, but at the time when I add in stuff that may be totally out of topic or whatsoever, it's kind of like back to the point of random chat. It's just random chattering. So obviously to me, I never really want to stray away from my random chat, and it seems like it's also the moment where it helped to bring me more view, and at the same time introducing more viewers to me. And I'm actually grateful for quite a few viewers who actually know me through random chat, not through my stream, because YouTube is not really good at streaming when it comes to everything. I know I got quite a few viewers, don't get me wrong. It's that getting introduced to streamer by YouTube is not always never a good strong point of YouTube. And I think it's like only way to make me get even more viewers or people know me is actually through random chat, because no way people is going to watch 3 hours on my live stream just to listen what the hell or what kind of person I am. And I realized that during the first 2 years. So on my nearing to my 3rd years, I just decided to introduce random chat, and it been one of the best thing ever because a lot of people know me through random chat, know what kind of personality I have, what kind of view I have for a lot of stuff, and I think that's been best way to go. And just like right now, I'm kind of like being go off topic, which is totally different from the ban of Twitch. What Twitch actually do not show is really kind of like you can't really kind of like upload a video on Twitch. It's just basically you do some kind of creeping moment or highlight moment, and then you kind of like show that on Twitch. But the thing is, right, Twitch is only good for people who is affiliate and partner, and while it's not that hard to get affiliate on Twitch, at least to many people, I have streamed on Twitch for like 1 year or so, and it never really helped me. And that time I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna stream on Twitch anyway. And I know kind of like Savi-san say that I'm kind of like doing half and half. I won't deny that I used to do half and half, which is basically half on Twitch, half on YouTube. It didn't like get a lot of viewers. I'm not sure is it because of timing and what's not. It's just that at the time I feel like Twitch seemed to be targeting VTuber. I mean like it just seems to be that way. And when that happened, it just seemed that stepping away from Twitch and focusing on YouTube seems to make me feel better, as well as that I was able to come up with the idea of random chat. And I kind of like feel like Twitch seems to be showing the part of like, hey, maybe we just need to target all the VTuber because it seems like VTuber is getting a lot of attention, and it seems to be like the way, which kind of like prove one of the point that I used to like. It's actually on my institution to think that, like it wasn't like something that I feel being targeted on Twitch. I feel like it seems like Twitch is not being faithful to VTuber, but it seems that it happening on that end. I'm not like it. It's like when my suspicion became true, it just made me feel like what the hell am I even thinking along the line. So, obviously a lot of VTuber talk about it. Savi-san also talk about it. Red-san talk about it. Kyo-san, Ho-san all talk about it. And obviously, it is not looking good for Twitch because it seems like when you look at the apology of Twitch to Shadow about the so-called ban, and they decided to so-called unban her, it actually looked even worse. So, all in all, the first two letter, I will put up the link to all the video and the Twitter post on the description below if you guys are interested. But putting everything into a nutshell, it is basically they say that, hey, you need help, we're gonna ban you for 30 days, and we are not gonna help you anyway. But even if this is gonna help, even if you claim that streaming is helping you, yeah, we are gonna stop you from streaming anyway. But the one thing actually got even more ridiculous is that when they decide to unban her, they go with the idea that we have reviewed your appeal and still think that we are not wrong, but because people are making a lot of backlash, we decide to say that your appeal can be accepted. So basically that is just saying that they are just I believe in some Bao the Wheel actually mentioned in the best way is that it's just an embarrassing reply from Twitch, and it's rid of passive aggressiveness and disrespect towards her. And I believe that even like when they claim that they have rules and regulation on Twitch like TOS, turn of service along the line, when you actually think about how previously I've even talked about people can able to just basically show near nude on Twitch and just be not banned by YouTube or even by by Twitch. It just kind of like I mean like even if I say YouTube is not wrong, because there is actually quite a few times when there is basically almost near nudity on YouTube and they never got banned. Like seriously, VTuber show in bikinis or swimsuit. Oh no, that's porn. But when a real life person doing porn on stream, be it on YouTube or Twitch, they just say, you got 3-day ban. Good for you. What? Like, it's actually ridiculous, at least to me. Like, have they even read through their own TOS? It's like, sure, they will just say, oh, there's an actual TOS. I'm sure that on online debut, I actually saw some comment indicating that the ban was justified, or how people should not actually talk about self-harm along the line. But I actually do realize that if we come to like self-harm, it's not my first time with YouTube in regards to self-harm. So this is my email. I know it's kind of like look very small. I'll try to see whether I can scroll it big for you guys. Okay, it's not looking good anyway, really big. So YouTube. Last time when I was streaming DDLC or Toki Toki Literature Club, there is actually anyone who know me very well is that I did mention about self-harm, but it's actually more so that I was over it. Yes, I did talk about it, but it's actually I was over it. As well as that because it one of the situation in the game actually did kind of like make me a little bit traumatized because of the contents. So putting everything into situation is basically the character Yuri, and anyone who know that very well will know that why the self-harm situation is very very strong. But when you think about it, right, obviously I was over that situation, and although it did come, I believe I did talk vaguely about it. It was more towards that I was over it anyway, and even if I do not talk about it, it's just basically in context about because of one of the game character, YouTube decided to just send me this email indicating about prevent that. But while it is a good thing that they did not ban me outright, but it still kind of feel good a little bit about receiving this sort of email. So to me, I think what Twitch should have sent is actually more like what YouTube did. It's actually more so that if they actually say that, hey, we have if you are currently unsafe, then maybe we should help you. And the 30 days ban is actually basically unnecessarily. So obviously anyone who do want to know is that if Twitch actually do care about VTuber, they should not actually send this in the first template. It's just that the moment they start sending bans or warning letter, and most of that when one of the earlier moment that when I said about VTuber getting so-called banned for wearing even swimsuit when real life person doing porn is not unbanned. Another person who is from V Shoujo, Zenzaria, actually knows so that can I get it before getting alright. So Zenzaria from V Soldier also do get so-called a warning letter about being on swimsuit. When was the last time I seen a lot of people on hot tub stream or just sharing them in near nudity along the line, and yet VTuber get warning letter? Yeah, it seems to me that VTuber are really being hated on Twitch. Is the reason why a lot of people are talking about such a thing, how people even think there's such a possibility. And to me, I'm starting to believe that maybe there is someone like when I say that maybe someone on Twitch is a hater of VTuber, I'm starting to believe that is the case because I'm actually been thinking that there is a possibility. I'm kind of like saying that giving the benefit of doubt to the management of Twitch. But because not a lot of allegation is coming forward, and I believe that the folding chair himself is going to talk about it. I'll probably talk about that video if it warrant my attention. But it just seems to me that at this point of time, VTuber being targeted by Twitch, it seems not to be seems to be a norm. And to me, I think I'm actually very grateful for not streaming on Twitch anymore. Savi-san, if you are watching this and you're hearing this from me, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm actually still thinking of going back to Twitch to stream a little bit, but I feel like if I do return to Twitch and stream, I'm probably just gonna ban me in the first day. So who knows? I mean, like this amount of time, I'm not sure about how it will all be, but probably let's do some experiment someday to see whether like is the so-called attention on VTuber is there. Not sure how it will be, but maybe if I do some experiment, maybe it will happen, or maybe it will not happen, because my confidence on Twitch at this point of time is really near ground zero. But hey, that's just my speculative thought, just a random chat. So if you do have your own point, your own view, or your own opinion, or your own take, just write in the comment below. We can discuss it further. Whether you disagree or agree with me that whether VTuber is being hated by Twitch along the line, we can just talk about it. But if you do sorry. But if you do like this video, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe for more random chat where I talk about stuff that sometimes makes sense, doesn't make sense, or even totally random. But the one thing that is totally not random is I hope you guys have a nice day or night. Bye.